Sure.
Are you ready?
Ready?
They'll give you 10% off. It's really good chocolate. Also, if you want to go to Sister's Cafe, the striped awning at the end of the block here on the other side, those will give you 10% off. How big is downstairs? 16 blocks. 16 blocks.
And you're more than welcome to take pictures, just please don't flash.
Oh, no flash?
No flash.
No, smells the same, huh?
Pretty much, I think. Pretty much.
The dry fish?
I don't smell the dry fish so much. I think it smells better now than it did.
Yeah, it disappeared now.
So, did you see any bullet holes in the door here?
Well,
Yeah, we see the pin.
Here's one, went all the way through.
Wow.
Here's
wow.
buckshot from a shotgun.
Yeah, we were wondering what that
Oh, okay.
That's from a shotgun.
From the shotgun.
And you know, these are old kerosene cans. Do you know why they put tin on the door? It doesn't stop bullets.
Fire?
Fire. You're exactly right. Burn down the wooden door and gain entrance.
Oh.
So to prevent fire.
Oh.
They also had a steel accordion door to pull across for added security.
Wow.
And I'll just trade you places. I'll go over here. And I'm going to play some audios for you. They'll talk about this room to start with. And then I'll talk most of the time since we don't have much time.
Welcome to Kam Wah Chang. The doors you just entered are a gateway into the world of Im Dak Hae and Long An, the Chinese immigrants who purchased this unique building in 1888. As the door is closed, let your eyes adjust to the relative darkness and take in everything around you. As you may have noticed on your way in, the front door has been pierced by bullets, a grim reminder of the hardships and racism endured by Chinese workers in America. The tin and steel plating, combined with steel accordion doors, kept Dak Hae, Long An, and their visitors safe within the confines of Kam Wah Chang. Throughout your tour, look at all the details and items within the building. Epigrams, the red Chinese handwriting on the walls, the calendars, the books, the utensils, the shrines. They were all left in the building when Long An and Dak Hae died.
So this room here was used as a waiting room when Dak Hae were seeing patients. They would come in here and sit around the room on stools or chairs, wait for him to see them, and he would see them, diagnose them with his pulsology in that red chair in the corner over there. That's what he used. And then, of course, he had his apothecary here, where once he diagnosed them, he would go in and mix up his formula, prescription for them, and send it home with them. Now, in the apothecary, they still have about 500 items in there. Between all the cigar boxes and drawers and tins back there, there's lots of small items in there. And they, like I mentioned outside, they have all of his records from his formulas, prescriptions, his patient records. So they have a lot of material as far as his treatments and everything. Do you recognize anything in there? Now we have quite a few Chinese people come through here, and there's two things that I think over all the others that I've had quite a few tell me they still take today. One is, see the snake in the jar back there on the shelf? Straight back. See, it's a withered up snake now. But we are told that that would have alcohol in it, and that some people today still take snake alcohol to build the immune system. I don't know, I'm not quite up to that. But also, the little red pills in the front, in that container, I've had a number of Chinese people tell me they still take those and you can still buy them. Yeah, yeah. So, not everything's outdated. And we've had some Chinese doctors from China come over, tell us that a lot of the herbs are still good for formulas, they haven't gone bad, but some of them, they didn't know what they were, and some of them they'd never heard used in medicine before. Now, they say that a lot of herbalists will use 20 to 25 items in a formula, They found the same thing with Doc Hay in his records, but they also found in some of his formulas he'd use up to 50 and 80 items in a formula. And they said that's just unheard of using that many.
Are those that are still originals?
They are still original, they have not opened them. They know what they are just because they've had them interpreted, but they are the original. All the other items in the boxes and tins and that, they were small items, so they went through, inventoried them and put them in Ziploc bags, put them back in there. So they can still say all the items that were originally there are still there. So they tried to keep it as just original. Everything in here, like I said, is original. They didn't bring in bottles and jars for you to look at. Yes, they have cleaned them, and they clean them once a year. During the winter, the curator comes in here and cleans everything. But
Well, considering this is over, what, 150 years?
yes,
This is kept incredibly well.
well, one reason is the dry climate over here. And that's mainly why it didn't deteriorate so bad. And they were very lucky that over 20-some years, when it really sat vacant, that it wasn't just vandalized bad and everything tore out. You know, the stone walls would stand, but even they, you can see outside, they've been repaired. The floors, they put plastic over these because these are the original floorboards from the 1800s. And they don't want them to wear more, they don't want to have to replace them. They want to keep them original.
哦，给了。
Did you recognize her?
Better now.
Who is she?
We don't know who she was. I'm just waiting for somebody to recognize her.
That would be scary.
That would be, wouldn't it? A lot of people ask me, who was she? I don't know.
Let me see. Maybe I know her.
I know, huh?
You'll recognize her.
Right.
Movie star back to 1930s, I think.
I think so because of the time period and because of the lack of Chinese women in the communities. I think maybe she was just the way it's hung up there. And that maybe she was like a pinup girl. You know, they would take
Marilyn Monroe.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly. You know, they'd take a picture of them and dress nicely and pin it up and. She's a nice-looking girl, so maybe she was. I don't know. Well, next we'll go in the kitchen here. If anybody's too tall, watch your heads. And this was
做官咯，係啊係啊，做官神。
now the pomegranate and orange and the one at the other shrine in there, those are from 1948. It is dry enough here in year-round, no humidity, and they said it used to, when it was shut up, it would get over 100 degrees in here and stay for days at a time during the summertime, and it sort of mummified that fruit. And so, since it wasn't rotten, it was just dried out, they just left it. And
That's still in Hong Kong. You can find that
oh, is it?
same kind of liquor.
Oh, okay.
So this 7-Up back to 1950 or something.
It would have been pre-1948.
Wow.
7-Up.
And do you remember little Coke bottles? Used to buy them in the machines even like that. Yeah. I remember there. The other end, that wooden cabinet on the left, that was the refrigerator at that time. It was a cold storage box.
Oh, cool.
Yep, right over there. Also, see right where his foot is there, that one square in the floor that's different?
Yeah.
Right in front of his foot? That was the indoor chopping block.
Oh,
It's
chopping block.
a piece of solid hardwood that goes all the way to the ground for support, and they could chop their firewood in here for the wood stove.
Wow.
That way they didn't have to go out if it wasn't safe out. Didn't have to go out at night. They dug a well underneath the building, put in an indoor hand pump, so they had water in here also.
How far down did they have to go?
I'm not sure, but I don't think they went far because the creek's right back here, and this is a low area through here. So I.
埋 video 先，呢個好難再嚟㗎啦，冇得嚟啦。